Welcome back to Chosen, Discovering the Life of True Parents and Their Impact on the World. Thank you for being with us. We are glad you made it. During this 21-episode docu-series, we are exploring the lives of our precious true parents, who are, without a doubt, the most forward-looking couple of all time, I say. Yesterday, we were given a tour of the Providence of the Ocean. Thank you so much, Jack Sato, for guiding us through that. And also, big shout out to Mike Ferris and Susan Bartry for contributing to the program. If you've missed any of these shows and feel bad about that, then click the button below. You'll have access to them all, plus lots more. Now, we've all heard True Father speak of the Pacific Rim era. I'm pretty sure you've heard of that. So many of True Parents' activities in America have taken place in the Western US, including all the way to Hawaii. Wait, is it that way? I think it's that way. Anyway, that's a pretty beautiful place. Hawaii, where we grow Kona coffee, Kona Queen coffee, the finest bean in the world. It makes the best cup of coffee in the world. Alaska also sits on the Pacific Rim. An amazing commercial hub, a fishing center like we were hearing yesterday. It's also the launch point for a tunnel bridge of peace that would link the US directly to Russia, China, North Korea. It's just a mere 50-mile long tunnel that lies between us and allowing a New Yorker to go to London for dinner. Can you imagine that? You could go, it might take a few days between breakfast and dinner, but still you could drive there. This is the vision that true parents have also. Incredible. All of that around there on the Pacific Rim. And of course we have Las Vegas, which although it sits in a desert, it's actually the headquarters of True Parents' Western activity. True Parents own home there. It's also the home of our International Peace Education Center, IPEC, where many of you have been and would probably usually have to go to in order to participate in this program, but you're getting to participate at home. So, brothers and sisters, let's get ready to say hello to the Pacific Rim and the Pacific Rim era as God's providence of restoration continues its timeless march across the oceans between the islands, continents, and peninsulas. Get ready. Today's feature is titled Pacific Rim. Please enjoy.
As you know, and as we all Blessed Central family knows about how much our dear true parents centered on Ocean Providence. Not only last decade, this is as he started his ministry, always he focused about this Ocean Providence, because this ocean is very precious, unique, repository of human resources. So true parents, as Messiah and Savior, true parents try to fulfill their mission internally and externally. How can we bring people to kingdom of heaven on earth? So Pacific Rim era means true father and true mother really thinking about the ocean. With the ocean, let us develop, channel book, new culture for the sake of kingdom of heaven on earth. God created this globe. 70% of this globe composed of ocean. So Ocean Providence really connected the Pacific Rim era, included Kodiak and Kona and Las Vegas. People thinking Las Vegas, we have no ocean. So why true parents included Las Vegas? But that much this Las Vegas position is very, very important. Pacific Rim era means very clear through parents' early days already explained. This ocean era is era of women. So culture of ocean related culture of women's era. So this Pacific Rim era centering on, according to true father, true mother, and all women united together and cultivate legacy of true parents. This is Ocean Providence and Pacific Rim era mission. Do you know how many times true parents visited Alaska?
Many times.
Over 85 times. Think about no city. True parents visited over 85 times, one small island. The region, true parents really developed that island, I think 1978, first time. And they went and purchased 2 factory of fish processing. And, I cannot explain each years about the true parent activities. Of course, true parent went out to ocean so many times. I have unforgettable experiences going out every early morning, even midnight, even overnight. We go out 5 a.m. and coming back 5 a.m. Stormy days, even boat captain are lost where to go back. That's why, 4 or 5 hours, surrounding ocean, dark night and stormy night. And that is really, I had an incredible experience through parents. In True Father's autobiography, True Father mentioned what is Alaska spirit, what is Kodiak spirit. Let's go fishing 5 a.m., let's coming back 12 midnight. This is true parents really try to show us and humankind how we should take care well this ocean providence. This true parent purpose, doing and going and having event and wellness, none other than education. Thousand people, true parents invite these VIPs from all around the world to Kodiak and discipline them like Alaska spirit, 5 a.m. to midnight fishing. So many times people thinking about why I am doing this fishing, even very humble house staying overnight and every morning with a small box of lunch, going to fishing with many others. So this is educate them how much you have to take care this ocean and natures and inherit the true parent legacy. Whoever had this kind of experience with a true parent in Kodiak, they have an unforgettable experience. True father and true mother. Been to so many times over there, but I should point out 1989, very historical moment that year in Kodiak. Father Mother Moon invited 43 Japanese missionaries early that year, and who matched with American brother, and they stayed 7 years. Kodiak, small, tiny house building. They did dedication and service, and 7 years. And then after 7 years, true parents assigned each of them, all around the world, cities by ocean, fishing business. So this is a true parent, worldwide providence, how they've been thinking about humanity. And you heard about the 팔정식 and heavenly parentism. This is took place same year, 1989, August 31st and September 1st. Why Father had and established this ceremony, and from now on, the era of indemnity calls over. So from now on, era of love. This is the meaning of 팔정식. So this is after this ceremony over, next morning, also true parents have a special ceremony and establishment, heavenly parentism. Heavenly parentism means God's providence of restoration started, and elder son responsibility and parents era of responsibility. After that, kingship, era of God-centered kingship must be followed by. So how can we fulfill the mission of elder son, mission of parents, and mission of era of heavenly kingship? So this need heavenly parentism. So heavenly parentism can embrace these three very, very important era in human history, centering on God's providence of restoration. So from now on, Satan cannot attack. So let us be bold and strong with this spirit. We can embrace communist black country. So already before true parents went to Moscow and Pyongyang, already true parents prepared this kind of establishing foundation, moving forward God's providence. So this is incredible history we have because of Kodiak Providence.
가을밤 여름 없이 꽃이 지네 꽃이 지네
When true parents visit last time, 2011, July 27 to August 2nd, and we had a charter airplane from Las Vegas, and with the true parents, and I was accompanied through parents to Kodiak, and then through parents share all kind of incredible foundation through parents founded in Kodiak, and then through Father knew this will be my last visit. So through parents, left blessing. The blessing upon the land of Kodiak is complete, and happiness shall reign eternally. And through parents wrote calligraphy, August 2nd, 2011. In a blessing, Kodiak, you will be forever God's everlasting blessing. I don't know how many times, I think over 50 times, true parents came to Kona Island. And not only stay one place, while and over there, true father and true mother, whole tour around the big island, sometimes twice. So I believe, and true parents also say so, many big events. Who is the owner of this country, America? Who love most on this country? Same way, true parents been sharing about this way. Who own this island, who love most? And true parents came to Kona before true parents met Kim Il-sung and prayed very humble house at the time. And also true parents thinking of how to his message deliver to Kim Il-sung, not only Kim Il-sung, but also his steps within this video clip. So he never feared telling the truth and telling them to Godism. So this condition true parents lay down in Kona Island with deep meditation. The true father also wrote many speeches he intended to share with Kim Il-sung alone. No, not just true parents, just meet Kim Il-sung. I think he communicate even heaven, what is the way inspire Kim Il-sung's Juche ideology and replaced with God-centered Godism. So this is true father's dedication, and at the same time, true mothers also. 2007, a declaration of the Pacific Rim era and civilization 2007. And this is a big event for the sake of Pacific Rim era, once again, kind of a confirmation. When people thinking about the Pacific Rim, people thinking, oh, Japan or Australia and some other countries. But true parents, very clear, this Pacific Rim era must America centered on stand for UN, United Nations, and make it new America centering on true parents' legacy, and especially era of women, so centering on true mother, make it new America. So this is true parents' main messages before he proclaimed Pacific Rim era is now finally has arrived. So true father always when mentioning Pacific Rim era is era of true mother. Also, Kona Providence, I should include it about that workshops, education.
Grandchildren as well, right?
Yeah. Grandchildren's, Aloha workshop with the true mother. And second year, this Aloha workshop, true mother invited around the world, age 15 between 17. So many American second generation been there. And then we spend a true mother and grandson. So this is incredible effort, true mother, all the ages people come together and fellowship and learning divine principle and learning about the true parent legacy, and also learning about this Kona Providence centering on true parents. Also, first time, also I heard about this is a big awakening, great awakening kind of true mother sitting porch, that Queen Garden, one evening, looking back, sunset, and then I was very quietly sit behind the true mother, and true mother noticed, and then ask close to me, and then sharing about the Joshua and Caleb story. So more than anything else, every brothers and sisters come unite. As long as you believe in true parents, you must acting like brothers, sisters. So this is my great awakening corner centered on true mother.
Father and mother shocked the world when they chose to conclude the final years, which came to be really the final years and final initiatives of our true father during his lifetime on the earth in Las Vegas, Nevada. So, and you also mentioned at the beginning of the program about many people don't think of Las Vegas as connected to ocean. So, so why did Father move to Las Vegas? What was True Parents' hope for Las Vegas? And what was their method for transforming Las Vegas? And how did it connect to the Pacific Rim? These are the topics we want to...
As you know, true parents always not just giving messages. So how to utilize these God-centered messages into action. When true parents thinking going to Las Vegas, everybody beginning time, maybe once, maybe we should go there and we can see around the Las Vegas, we have so many beautiful, scenery like Grand Canyon and Giant Canyon and, also Sedona and Lake Tahoe and many great natures we can enjoy over there. And I believe true parents has some purpose. Start going to Las Vegas and many other cities surrounding Las Vegas. And true parents very confirmed commitment came, and finally true parents stay before true father ascension 4 years over there. So the 2008 March, true parents moved to we call now Chinhua-gung, and small humble house, and started Providence, Las Vegas. So when true parents trying to build, actually now we call International Peace Education Center, but father's original mind is both manufacturing. But however, that joining is not manufacturing joining, so we cannot move forward. And then true parents ideas let us build educational center. And many times we suggested, so education center. Better we build education center around Washington, D.C., around New York, around Denver, with the beautiful nature over there. I don't think good ideas. We just build education center, with that property. But however, true parents said, 40 million people coming to Las Vegas every year. So I must build education center more than anywhere else, any other nation in Las Vegas. Everybody saying Las Vegas is Sin City. This is kind of representatives I must break through before I going to heaven. So this is a true parent commitment, educating this 40 million people come this center instead of gaming and drinking and all kind of show entertainment, and they must come and be educated and going back to their country, their cities, and be representatives of true parents. This is their motivation to build international peace education, as you know very well. And we have, even 7-star class, hotel kind of room and grand ballroom. And, we were struggling, financially, but however, even true mother, once we try to not build that once, but true mother's commitment, because of this is true father's last will, and true mother invested her energy and everything to complete this, IPAC center. So reason true parent came to deal is how to make it this Sin City to shining city. So always true parent heart is family oriented. So how can we transform this culture to culture of heart.
거기 새끼 장모들 공모도 이제 너 머리 새끼 치자.
Wherever true parents going city to city, always true parents proclaim some kind of establishment and some kind of proclamation. But here in Las Vegas, most important 2012, April 14. So this is just before true parents left Las Vegas. July 15, 2012 is the last day. And true father stay our land, America, and left. So that last 3 months are very, I feel like, urgent feeling, and true father want to lay down foundation, for the sake of true mother. So this special, proclamation, true parents, April 14, 2012 proclamation. This proclamation, true father call 선명문 and 학자 학문. We are able to become true parents in the Garden of Eden with no shadow of the fall, return to the position where God said, when you eat the fruit of a tree of the knowledge of good and evil, you will die. And also, same time, they stated, I have finally perfected and connected the cosmic assembly for the proclamation of the settlement of the true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, and the substantial word of God. So this is true parents. One more time, finally proclaim as representatives of God, and substantially we are one body, one spirit, centering on God's word, and let all human beings understand and follow this true parent commitment and true parent legacy. So it is a great blessing, Las Vegas Providence, before our dear true father went to spirit world. As a true father hospitalized, I can see true mother's heart. Foundation Day just around the corner. Even you stay hospital, please let us celebrate together this Foundation Day as true parents, as Messiah and Savior. So this is true mother's heart and all leaders' heart. But however, time has come, and true mother must stand up with true parent spirit. And I learned from that transition. This is same determination, true father and true mother. This is God's providence for the sake of channel good. So already a true father prepared, and already true parents proclaim era of true mother. So I thought that time, just this is a personal, individual thing. Well, maybe, Foundation Day, maybe delay or postpone. I was once thinking about like that, but this is God given day, and true parents prepared the last 12 years this day. So no matter what, for the sake of God's kingship, for the sake of heavenly parent, and amazing,
Incredible.
true mother's commitment and stand up for this Foundation Day and leading last 8 years, and finally true mother offering true heavenly parents holy community offer. This is the greatest offering last 7 years, true mother, and then another Foundation Day for the sake of heavenly parents.
Amazing.
And humankind. Yes, amazing.
Wow, thank you, Dr. Kim. That was a wonderful presentation on the Pacific Rim and so many deep points. I like what you explained about the meanings of the woman's era, and I'm sure there's a lot of members that forgot that point or maybe never quite understood that point about this really being a it's like a proclamation of women's era, women's leadership, true mother's leadership. And another point that really stood out for me was reminding us about the time that true parents went to Hawaii to prepare in prayer before going to Pyongyang. And of course, we visited in our episode just 3 or 4 days ago, that incredible journey to Pyongyang. And of course, we know that true parents were preparing for that for decades, but that the last place they visited was Hawaii, and specifically to pray. And I know, brothers and sisters, many times we might think, okay, true parents making conditions, but what stands out for me when I hear this is it reminds us that true parents, while they have this incredible role of being our parents, only begotten son and daughter, they're not doing something different than that which we have to do. They don't get a free pass. They put in the work, they put in the jungsung, right? They put in the prayer. And as I was hearing Dr. Kim explain, also Father going to Hawaii, he was preparing his notes, what he wants to say to his brother, Kim Il-sung, right? It's not just, oh, I'm the Messiah, I'm ready, I can swoop in and I'll figure it out when I get there. No, so much dedication. And it reminded me of just a half a page I want to read for you from Mother's book. And this is on page 203. And Mother's talking about this exact moment when true parents arrive in Hawaii. Mother says, arriving in Hawaii, my husband and I lived at the workshop site and concentrated our minds in prayer. Before setting foot in North Korea, we had to resolve any painful feelings knotted up in our hearts. Again, no free pass here, right? Oh, they're the second coming. They don't feel pain. They don't have to reach for the heart of forgiveness. It's no different for them. They're just doing it. They had to resolve any painful feelings knotted up in their hearts. We had to forgive Kim Il-sung, whose regime had hurt the nation and the world, not to mention our extended families and ourselves. If we had thought of him only as our enemy, we could not have forgiven him. Only in the position of his parents, only with the heart of his mother could I forgive. To save her son sentenced to death, a mother will even seek to change the laws of her country. That is what the maternal heart is like. Now, that takes you even deeper into Mother's heart. If you wonder Mother's own mind as the mother of humanity and the mother of those with whom she has to forgive. With that heart, I pledged to forgive my enemy. I did not pray for our safe return from North Korea. And just one more brief paragraph. Those were serious hours in which we offered endless prayers. Just as Joshua circled Jericho 7 times, we went around the big island of Hawaii again and again, offering our sincerest commitment to heaven. Only after we had dissolved all the buried pain, the pain had been buried. They had to resolve it. They had to lift it out and throw it to the winds of the seas. Only after we dissolved all the buried pain did my husband and I inform those who needed to know that we were on our way to North Korea. Many of you may have read that page. I hope you noticed that page. Some of you might not have gotten the book yet, but this is just from mother's perspective, the internal mind of preparation of true parents. It's not to go get a suntan on the way to Pyongyang, right? This is just a beautiful example. And mother's heart, mother's leadership, mother's love, Pacific Rim, and going through Hawaii to actually on the biggest linchpin, geopolitical, spiritual, physical, North-South Korea. This is it, brothers and sisters, to go through Hawaii before that pivotal moment in the providential history with this kind of heart. Anyway, it's a wonder just to glimpse at these incredible historical moments. Thank you, Dr. Kim, for coming again on the show and guiding us through it so well. Brothers and sisters, today in our feature story, we heard about Kodiak. We heard about Kona. We heard about Las Vegas. So right now, our tech team has patched into Kodiak, Hawaii, and Las Vegas. So to dive deeper into this story, let us get ready to welcome our special guests. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we have Reverend Kazuo Takami. Reverend Takami joined in 1989, blessed in 1992, and is the district pastor of Hawaii. Hi, Kazuo-san.
Hi, aloha to all.
Aloha, beautiful. And we have Reverend Ken Du, joined in 1985, also blessed in 1992, and is the district pastor of Las Vegas, Nevada. Hello, Reverend Du.
Hello.
And we have with us our loyal, faithful boat captain, Mr. Minoru Kageyama, joined in 1983, blessed also in 1992. These guys are brothers. And he is the boat captain from Kodiak. Hello, how are you doing, Captain Kageyama?
Hello, oh, very good. Thank you for invitation.
Yeah, welcome to the show. So, Captain, we learned today from True Parents, from Dr. Kim, that True Parents came 85 times, and I'd not heard that before, 85 times just to Kodiak. I don't know if there's any other city in the world. I don't even know if they've been to Seoul 85 times. Maybe Reverend Du, you know. True Parents must have really loved Kodiak, right? So based on your experience, what about Kodiak did True Father and True Mother love so much?
Well, I mean, just been 20 times. I mean, I know that when I was here, but one time True Father mentioned to us, he think Kodiak the second hometown for him. You know, when I think about that word, you know, because he cannot visit North Korea, his original hometown. So Alaska is kind of North Korea, you know, if you think about America, you know, Alaska and Canada, then, you know, Lower 49, right? So that's why maybe he feels Kodiak is his second hometown. Also, you know, there are three, I think, main points. One is, of course, you know, Kodiak has many fishing resources. You know, True Father said that like 75% of the fishing resource is in United States, and 85% of United States fishing resource in Kodiak. So Kodiak has almost 2/3 of the world fishing resource. Right. So that fishing resource helps the solving world hunger, which True Parents is the main point for the Ocean Providence. And also, Alaska is a very beautiful place. And I remember the True Father mentioned there are three location in the world still remain the God's original creation. One is Amazon and Pantanal, then Alaska. So just being Kodiak, Alaska, we can feel the God's original creation. So, being together with God. On the third point, probably that two parents push the many members to go out to ocean for training or have an experience. The reason, two parents encourage us to go out to ocean, I really feel, the Buddhist monks, they go mountain to, pray God and, to feel the God, right? But, ocean is more pure and clean. If you talk about the bad spirit, like, satanic dominion, then being ocean, itself, cleanse your spirit. And I heard from one brother when I was in New Jersey, Temonim visited East Garden for, some ceremony. Then she spoke to the member, the members working the ocean had a little brighter spirit, Then the brother came to the Hudson River fishing. I was preparing the Hudson River fishing to welcome the true parents. Then the brother looked at me like this, and he said, "Oh, that's right. You have a little, brighter spirit." It doesn't mean I'm the good person, but because of the nature of the Ocean Providence.
That's why Tasna Bersi moved to Kodiak, Alaska. We grow spiritually quicker there. I think we have to visit.
Yep.
Honey, we got to go to Kodiak. All right, so we'll book that trip. Thank you so much, Kageyama-san. I want to ask you. I want to look through the window of your heart personally. Okay. When you think about all the opportunities you've had to experience the ocean as a boat captain in Kodiak, in this environment that you've described, what does your heart say that Father wanted us to learn from the ocean?
When I think about true parents on the ocean, I always become very humble and feel so sorry, which we cannot do so much for true parents. Father, talking to himself. I heard the father was whispering and talking to himself a couple of times. There's no people. He talked out in Korean, Sarami Opta. So father is always looking for the person who can take ownership for Ocean Providence. And when he established the Ocean Church 40 years ago, 1980, he recruited, UTS graduate who is the top of the, leadership in the United States, right? Yeah. So father really wanted to train those young people for the Ocean Providence. Mm. The reason is, Ocean Providence is the providence to complete the third blessing. Right. It's not only restorational providence, but also complete third blessing. Right. Can you imagine when the kingdom of heaven comes, what kind of life we have? Right. It doesn't change dramatically. Maybe just our lifestyle will change, but the main things will be living in the enjoying life. Right. So that's why, in order to fulfill that part, Father pushed himself so hard. And, we really wanted to accomplish our responsibility, especially in Kodiak. Father told us to do many things, like create a 500 members workshop place, or, ideal, like a resort place, doing the charter business, tourist business, restaurant, hotel, But, so far we could accomplish much, So always I feel so sorry, and that's why we need Alaskan spirit. Never give up. Even very short step, small step. As long as we don't give up and we keep going, then we will be
That's
we can accomplish. Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. It's related to, I mean, we know there's a lot of Jungsang, a lot of conditions made, a lot of important preparation work that helps in terms of the restorational path, but also in terms of establishing the third blessing, like you say, being at one with nature. And also what an incredible environment, like you say, you need this kind of persistence, tenacity, never give up. That's a good spirit to have for business too. So it's really related. Thank you so much, Captain. I don't know what the boat captain sign is. I don't know if it's like that, but it's a wave maybe, Captain. I want to go now from Kodiak. If you want to get into plane with me, we're going to fly all the way to Las Vegas. You can take off your jacket. It's hot there usually, right, Reverend Du? It's nice, comfortable, dry heat though. Reverend Du, yes. There's so much to share, honestly, about the Las Vegas story. And I know you have many experiences there. But first, let's get straight to the question of why Las Vegas, the last few years of Father's life. Why did True Parents choose to spend what would ultimately be his last years there in Las Vegas?
Yeah, there could be two reasons. Either they want to retire and relax, or they came to continue their mission.
Yeah.
True Father came to this world as a Messiah, restore and blessed everything and every corner of the world. He even forgave and blessed Satan. True Father liberated God's sorrowful heart, and he has even made the crowning ceremony for God. However, there's one last thing he did not fulfill. I think that the true mission of Messiah is to bring salvation to the lost children of God who are Adam and Eve. True Father's last mission as a Messiah was to restore the lost Adam and Eve.
And so how is Las Vegas uniquely positioned to be able to support that? Why was that the place to fulfill this last mission?
It is because everyone in the world knows that Las Vegas is Sin City.
Right.
And because Las Vegas is located in America, and America was once nation of Archangel after Second World War, there was Father assigned, and now America is elder son nation. When you look at the principle of restoration in the divine principle, it says we must return back to the fallen state in order to fulfill restoration. So if Adam and Eve didn't fall, then the Garden of Eden would have been the kingdom of heaven on earth. As Adam and Eve fell, the Garden of Eden then became kingdom of hell on earth, like Las Vegas. That is why in order to restore Adam and Eve, the Father must return to an environment which is similar to such a fallen state. That place is Las Vegas. So Las Vegas has everything to do with the fall of Adam and Eve. Las Vegas is the Sin City, like the kingdom of hell on earth. And Las Vegas is in the Archangel bosom, with the first elder son after the fall.
I see.
Las Vegas is such a place with all the foundation to restore the fallen Adam and Eve.
It's unique in that way. Yeah, I think I remember when I was there, distributing Father's autobiography, this famous book, many of us, right? Many members went. And I remember knocking on doors in Las Vegas and saying, this man, Reverend Moon, believes that if we can restore Las Vegas, we can save America. We can fix all the problems in America. And you know what? Nobody disagreed with me, Reverend Du. Nobody disagreed with Father. It's interesting because, you could go to any city in America. If you say that, they might be offended, right? Because it means in some ways it's the lowest, one. But everybody, it's interesting. Las Vegas, many people have an opinion, but there's a very pure desire there. There's a very pure desire for family. So, there was this leads us to the final point here, because Dr. Kim mentioned about a special ceremony that took place in Las Vegas that not many people know about. It was in 2012.
Right.
And True Parents, proclaimed that they had restored the position of Adam and Eve to the time of the garden as if no sin, right? This is really important in preparing for Foundation Day, which was just a few months away. Could you share with us a little bit about that?
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely right. And also Dr. Kim mentioned about that. The ceremony was to proclaim the restoration of Adam and Eve, that Sun Myung Moon and Hak Jahan Moon, two people who restored Adam and Eve of Garden of Eden to the time before God said, you will die if you eat the fruit of tree of knowledge. So after True Father fulfilled his mission on July 16 of 2012, for the last time, he left Las Vegas. That was the last, sadly. And on August 13, 2012, his final declaration was, I have accomplished all these tasks. I have accomplished everything. And True Father went to the spirit world. Based on True Father's foundation, as you know, True Mother on January 13, 2013, with True Father who reside in heaven, was able to fulfill marriage supper of Lamb and open the gates of Cheonilguk for humanity.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's the trumpets. Does everybody hear the trumpets? Open the gates for Cheonilguk and humanity.
That's true, yes.
Amazing.
So we are here.
Well, Reverend Du, do you have anything to say to our membership around the world? Do you welcome them to come and visit?
Of course, we are open to everyone. So please visit and welcome you. Yes.
I think Las Vegas is one of the cheapest and most convenient places in the world to fly to. And the airport is very close to IPAC and True Parents Home, everything there, right? So
that's true.
Everybody watching, please feel welcome. Of course, Kodiak and now Las Vegas, you're welcome to come. And I know everybody likes to go to Hawaii. So let's fly to Hawaii real quick. Let's go to Kona and our big brother, Reverend Kazuo Takami, the district pastor of Hawaii, the toughest job in the movement. Do you all know that the official uniform, the official formal attire in Hawaii, you get scolded if you wear a suit, right? Takami-san, you have to wear a Hawaiian shirt like the one you have, is that right?
So even in general, it's aloha shirts.
Aloha shirt. Aloha shirt. Beautiful. Yeah, I have one or two. I should have maybe worn it. Could you paint a picture of what Hawaii meant to True Parents?
Yes. First of all, if I had to describe Hawaii into just two words, they would be embracing and healing. You know, everybody, when people meet somebody else, say aloha, right? Aloha simply means that love and also peace and compassion. But actual meaning is that aloha is the force to hold the existence together. So every time people say aloha means wishing to exist together. So it's a really embracing culture Hawaii has. And also another word is healing. Many people of Hawaii are practicing healing. Even I believe this island of Hawaii has healing power. That's my opinion. But for true parents, what Hawaii meant to a true parents, let's say I heard from Mr. Bruce Brown. Mr. Bruce Brown is the first missionary to Hawaii. In 1973, he sent as a missionary and a pioneer and actually established the first church of Unification Church in Honolulu. But he's actually Mr. Hawaii. Even to this day, he's living in a corner. I'm just a reverend of Hawaii, but he's the Mr. Hawaii. And Father said to Mr. Brown, why did God made Hawaii? So Father explained that God needed to create one place to show how much he loves humanity. That's why he created Hawaii. And also let me share about the moonbow story. 1988, True Parents visited Kona and they took island tour of Big Island. It takes 1 day. If you leave Kona in the early morning, they come back nighttime. But first time, I think 88, Father saw the moonbow. Have you ever heard moonbow? It's made by not sunlight, but moonlight. It's only few spots in the world you can observe moonbow. The Kona is one of them. And then when Father saw first time the moonbow, what he said was, God is prepared for this island and how do you say, hidden and preserved for the second coming.
Wow.
And later in 90s, also Father said that Jardine was a central place of South American Providence. Father said Jardine, the Father himself decide as a providential place, but the Hawaii is God prepared and discovered by True Father.
Wow.
That he said.
Wow. I know that True Mother spent, a lot of time in Hawaii, even in the last 7 years. Can you share with us some True Mama moments?
Yes. Anyway, True Mothers keep coming back to Hawaii. I'm so grateful for it. True Mother said a couple of years ago to Mr. Brown, and she still remembers to this day, she cannot forget how excited, how impressed through Hawaii's beautiful nature and the culture when she came Hawaii for the first time, which probably 1974. Even to this day, she carries such a beautiful moment about the Hawaii. And people say even 15 minutes after True Mother arrival from the airport, in just 15 minutes, she looks so different, so relaxed, and so different. And last year, you may remember, many of you, True Mother stayed in Kona for a few weeks before coming to LA after the big event in Korea. And the mother made 10,000 steps every morning. And many people may know because of Sonjinim share a lot of story and the beautiful pictures of True Mother. But also Dr. Kim also shared at that time. But True Mother, she was so exhausted, but her body was healed from heavy fatigue. So that's the Hawaii.
Wow. Okay, guys. Well, you've heard it from the eyewitnesses themselves. You've got Kodiak, you've got Las Vegas, you've got Hawaii. Here's a quick poll. Where do you want to go? Would you like to go to Kodiak? You want to go to Las Vegas? Or you want to go to Hawaii? Please chat away right now. Let us know where you most would like to go. And if you'd like to give some love to our contributors in the meantime, please do so. Chat away. If, by the way, any of you voted to go to Kodiak, Las Vegas, and Hawaii, that's probably the right answer because true parents like all three. Right, brothers?
All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming on. I hope you all have a wonderful dinner tonight with your families. And you did a great job representing True Parents' work in each of those incredibly important providential places. We all wish we were there with you right now. Please stay safe and see you guys soon. Thanks so much for coming on. God bless you. In the meantime, guys, we're going to stay here for just a couple minutes more to wrap up our show with comments from you, our live studio audience. We have first from Caroline, I can see. Every day we get a glimpse of the incredible things that True Parents have done. It is amazingly big. I feel my heart and mind are too small to comprehend it. At the same time, I realize the vastness of our Heavenly Parent, as demonstrated through True Parents, the representatives of God. Thank you, Caroline. Well put. And from Cynthia, thank you so much for explaining this again, Reverend Du. Such a deep meaning and point about True Parents and then Foundation Day. I am so moved. Thank you, Cynthia. And from Rika, I am so honored to be born and raised in Hawaii. Hey, Rika from Hawaii. I lived here for 21 years, but didn't know all of these precious stories. Wow. You know, Rika, if you want, you could probably book coffee or maybe an ice cream meeting with Uncle Reverend Kazuo Takami. He might have some more stories to share, right? Takami-san, please buy Rika some ice cream, okay? If you have to wear a mask, I don't know. Please be safe. So what are they all talking about down in the village square, guys? They're talking about you guys. They're right now reading your comments. That laptop she's got flipped open is reading your live comments. So if you'd like to say hi to the grandma in the village square, you can say hi to her, tell her what you care about. But based on what research I have done, Mother of Peace still seems to be rocking the pole position, #1 spot. This book, you can get it on motherofpeace.com. You can also write a love letter. If it's just a paragraph or two, don't feel bad about it being short. It's just that much easier to get to Mother. That's at chosenworkshops.com/love letters. And if you haven't yet heard me talk about the treasure box, the treasure box, the treasure box, I don't know where you've been. You got to get the treasure box. Hit the button below or go to chosenworkshops.com. It's only $47, too cheap to talk about. You want to give it as a gift? Do that. That's even better. Give a gift card of this incredible treasure of True Parents' life course and impact on the world. And by the way, with 1,000 purchases, or we're up to like 1,050, if we can get up to 2,000 purchases, we might be able to make series 2. I know so many people emailing me saying, oh, let's do a thing about this. Let's do a thing about that. If you're wondering what I was saying last night when the internet cut out, I was saying that our team hasn't even taken a shower. We haven't even taken a shower in 2.5 weeks. So we might need a couple days break. But if you want us to work on series 2, show some love and buy a loved one a gift card for the treasure box. Go to chosenworkshops.com and follow from there. So what do we got for tomorrow? Something amazing, something about True Mother. The title of tomorrow's episode is called She Stepped Up. And if you're wondering whether or not I smell right now, I don't. I smell just fine. It's just for theatrics. I have to make sure I'm representing Mother well. Mother, I wouldn't speak to our members smelling too bad. I do my best. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. This is a reminder, brothers and sisters, what True Mother, in the face of all kind of internal and external, spiritual and physical adversity, had to do to not only lead, but even to be completely secure in her internal mind and leadership to carry us through the last 7 amazing years. And here we are. We're getting ready and ripe for the next 7 years. And I believe this course of Chosen 21-day docuseries with True Parents is a big part of America and our worldwide foundation. So wherever you are in the world today, please know we love you, we need you, we want you back. Please share this with others. Buy Mother's book and watch the videos. Read the book and watch the videos side by side. It's an incredible experience. And I know many of you have missed an episode or two, so don't delay. In the meantime, I'd love to say thank you. God bless you on behalf of Dr. Kim, the team, all of the contributors. You're awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Our only hope is that with each episode, we bring you a little bit closer to our precious, beloved True Parents, who are, without a doubt, the most incredible, beautiful couple of all time. So until tomorrow, where we will be here, same time, same place, for She Stepped Up, episode number 19. Can you believe it? Episode 19, right here tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern, She Stepped Up. Until then, thanks for watching. God bless you.